What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Black History with your host, Miss Nicole, where we uncover the stories that shaped Black history and continue to inspire generations to come. When people talk about legendary music festivals back in the 1969 era, one event almost always comes to mind: Woodstock. But what if I told you there was another festival happening at that same time, the exact same summer? A festival attended by more than 300,000 people. A festival featuring some of the greatest Black musicians of all time. A festival celebrating Black joy, Black culture, and Black excellence. Today, we're talking about the Harlem Cultural Festival, often called the Black Woodstock. Let's get into it. So I know you probably asking me, Tay, what was the Harlem Cultural Festival? Well, let me oblige you and tell you. The Harlem Cultural Festival began on June 29th, 1969 in Mount Morris Park, now known as Marcus Garvey Park, in Harlem, New York. Unlike many concerts today, these performances were completely free. Families, neighbors, and visitors gathered around every weekend for 6 weeks to celebrate music, culture, faith, fashion, and community. More than 300,000 people attended throughout the festival. It wasn't just entertainment. It was a celebration of Black identity during a time when America was experiencing numerous social and political changes. Only 1 year had passed since the assassination of MLK Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and many communities were still grieving while searching for hope. So, the legendary performances that were there. I know you got questions. Who was there? What was the lineup? So, the lineup was extraordinary. Nina Simone delivered performances that challenged audience to think deeply, and I do mean deeply, about Black identity and freedom. Then we had our brother, young teenage Stevie Wonder. He amazed the crowd with his incredible talent. And then you had Mahalia Jackson, who filled the park with powerful gospel music that lifted spirits at a time that needed to be lifted. Then you had our brother, B.B. King, reminded everyone why the blues remains one of America's greatest musical traditions ever. You had Sly and the Family Stone, who brought energy, diversity, and innovation that influenced music for decades. You had our sister Gladys Knight and the Pips, the singers that brought joy. Then you had the staple singers, the Fifth Dimension, and many more who also performed that day and then during that festival, that 6 weeks. Looking back, it's hard to imagine so many legends sharing one stage. So this is why the festival matters. The Harlem Culture Festival represented something much larger than music. It became a space where Black families could gather in peace, where artists could celebrate Black pride, where young people could see positive examples of leadership, creativity, and excellence. It reminded the community that Black history isn't only about the struggle, it's also about the celebration, the joy, the faith, the art, the culture, the innovation, and the unity. That message was incredibly powerful in 1969, and it's just as meaningful today. Why so many people never hear about this festival? Well, despite its success, the Harlem Cultural Festival received very little national attention. Go figure. Much of the footage was stored away for decades, and I do mean decades. Meanwhile, Woodstock became one of the most famous festivals in American history, while Black Woodstock was hiding in the shadows, not by choice. Many people grew up without ever learning about the Harlem's historic celebration. See, that began to change in about 2021. That's crazy that it took that many years, but continue. So in 2021, a documentary of Summer of Soul was released, which introduced millions to the festival and helped preserve this important chapter of Black history. Today, more people are finally recognizing the Harlem Culture Festival for the historic event it is. It truly was amazing. Truly. The Harlem Culture Festival reminds us that history isn't only written in books, sometimes it's written through music, and sometimes it's written through community. And sometimes it's written by people who simply came together to celebrate who they were and who they are. More than 50 years later, its message continues to inspire people around the world. Think of it like this: Black culture is Black history and American history. Thank you for watching another episode of Let's Talk Black History with your host, Miss Nicole. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me which performer from the Harlem Culture Festival you would have loved to see perform in person. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making history, because you are important and you matter. Now, before we close this out, I would like to say a happy heavenly birthday to Thurgood Marshall. Today is Thurgood Marshall's birthday. I do hope that he's dancing around in heaven. We appreciate you, Thurgood, and thank you wholeheartedly. Now, as always, stay peaceful, stay blessed, and let's stay Black, baby. Peace out.